mynews.studio.
Solar panels now outnumber rooftops in parts of India. Could this signal a tipping point for global renewables?
Let's dive right in. Today's date, 2025-07-30. We're looking at a global surge in renewable energy, and the numbers are hard to ignore. India, for example, is seeing record installations in both solar and wind. What's fueling this acceleration?
The main driver is cost. Solar and wind have become some of the cheapest sources for new electricity, but that's just part of it. Governments are stepping in with policies, mandates for utilities to buy renewables, incentives for storage. These are shifting both public and private investment.
And we're not just talking millions. This is billions turning into trillions. Latest projections say global clean energy investment could reach $2.2 trillion in 2025. But how are developing countries tapping into this? Many don't have deep financial reserves or stable investment climates.
That's where innovative finance comes in. We're seeing blended finance, so a mix of public and private capital, plus public-private partnerships and funding from international groups like the World Bank. All these approaches help reduce risks for investors and get projects started, even in places with economic or political challenges.
But funding aside, there's a technical challenge too. Integrating renewables at scale isn't simple. Most grids weren't designed for variable supply.
Exactly. Countries are upgrading their grids, investing in smart grid technology to balance supply and demand in real time. Large-scale battery storage is also crucial because it helps stabilize the grid when solar or wind output drops. And policy is evolving to support integration and keep things reliable.
There's another layer, social impact. Renewables can bring electricity to communities that haven't had stable power before. But there are challenges too. Land use debates, questions about local jobs, even misinformation. How are countries addressing these?
Community engagement is really important here. Some governments require local consultation or offer benefits like jobs, revenue sharing, or new infrastructure. Education campaigns help address concerns, but it's still an ongoing process. Moving away from fossil fuels is never quick or easy.
India's approach often gets highlighted. What stands out in their solar and wind rollout?
The big factors: strong policy support, clear targets, and consistent regulations. Competitive bidding keeps costs low. Major investments in grid upgrades, and flexibility. India adapts its strategies to local conditions, whether it's desert solar parks or wind corridors.
But can those strategies be applied elsewhere? Every country has its own resources and grid systems.
Yes, but with adjustments. The core mix of policy, market, and infrastructure is relevant everywhere. But the specifics depend on each country's geography, economy, and politics. There's no universal template, but India's approach offers a strong reference point.
So, taking a step back, why does this global surge matter? Does it set the standard for climate action and growth?
It shows that large-scale change can happen. There's the promise of cleaner air, more reliable electricity, and a real chance to slow climate change. Plus, new economic opportunities are opening up.
That's the overarching story: momentum, real-world challenges, and a global transformation that could reshape economies and daily lives.
We began with solar panels outnumbering rooftops in India, and now we're looking at a worldwide shift. Thanks for joining us as we explored how policy, finance, and technology are driving renewables forward.
And as always, thanks for listening. This episode was powered by mynews.studio. You can try it now for free.